Let's talk about the principle of inclusion-exclusion. Here's the formula. The size of set A or B is equal to the size of set A plus the size of set B minus the size of set A and B. This is how we avoid double counting when we want the size of the OR of two sets. Let's do this with an example. Say you know some athletes. Some play basketball, some play tennis, and some play both. How many athletes do you know? Well, you can count the number of people who play basketball and the number of people who play tennis. Then you count the number of people who do both and subtract it. This isn't just limited to two sets, though. For example, consider trying to figure out how many plants in the garden have flowers, narrow leaves, or bark. Here, we'd add these sets, subtract their overlap, then add back this part in the middle to get the correct total. How about how many cards are face cards, aces, hearts, spades, or diamonds? Now we have 5 bubbles in our diagram, but we can still just add, subtract, add, subtract, add. We can see that the principle of inclusion-exclusion has lots of uses. But I know that these complex examples might be a little overwhelming, so let's go back. You're hosting a dinner party for 100 people. For dessert, you found these adorable mini pies. You ordered one for each of your guests. The day before the party, some of your guests call to ask for vegan and gluten-free options. You did order some vegan and gluten-free mini pies, but did you order enough? 10 people requested vegan pies, and 15 requested gluten-free pies. These 10 pies are vegan, so those should be enough. And these 15 pies are gluten-free, so these should be enough as well. At the end of the meal, you start passing out the pies, and oh no, we made a mistake here. We don't have enough pies for everyone after all. What went wrong? When we counted all 10 of the vegan pies, and then we added the 15 gluten-free pies. Notice, we actually counted these 5 pies twice, since they're both vegan and gluten-free. In order to get a correct count, we need to subtract one of those times that we counted them. The principle of inclusion-exclusion is what tells us we need to subtract here so that we don't count our pies twice. And it's easy to remember since it's just P-I-E, pie.